For sure. Speaker on the side.
I already got 3.
like water?
Can I grab water, sir? Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Enjoy it.
We can wake up the blast.
I wanted my sons to be well in the music industry. I had some success. Again, this wasn't about me, but to see that they weren't following in my footsteps. I was a proud father, but I had to let them make their own way. And when they needed my help, then I could assist them. Well, Amir had my help. He had his mother's help. And we were ready to assist and ready. Now, we don't have that full opportunity to do that. Because he's not here. I just wanted him here to be able to experience that. Y'all do me a favor. Look around at y'all loved ones. Right now.
No,
everybody that's out here. Somebody brought their kids.
Not the driver, she's the sound person.
Do y'all know what that feel like?
I'll start with Sam.
Do you guys know what that feels like? To hold the people that you love near to, especially your children, your young men that are supposed to carry your family's name. It doesn't have to be true. No, this is like the person who was a good person. He was a good human. He enjoyed learning. He enjoyed asking questions. He researched everything. I apologize, guys. It's cold out here. You know I'm Minnesota, dude. You know that this is the evening. So it is absolutely freezing out here. But I stand out here and hope that my body warms. My son warms my body. I warms his mom body and her heart.
Yeah, I'm ready when you're ready.
I can't be thankful enough for all of the support of everyone that's reaching out. Our family, Amir, has a very large family. I cannot make this up. We are in the thousands in our family. We are in the thousands in our family. We come from a rich background. We come from a rich background of educated people. We come from a rich background of teachers, lawyers, doctors, law enforcement, as well as musicians, artists. We come from an educated background. You're not dealing with any ignorant people. Because they're called people. You did this to the wrong person. You don't have an idea of the magnitude. You don't have an idea of the magnitude of what you started. My heart is hurting. It's hurting. Deep pain, deep sorrow. I was crying in my sleep. I learned how to rebuke things. I learned how to rebuke bad dreams spiritually. I learned how to rebuke bad dreams in my dreams. But I can't get this one off. I can't get this one off. see who took his life. We couldn't see it. We won't even take footage. Well, he couldn't hear. He couldn't get a visual. He's ready to take his life. But at that moment, as I was watching, I knew my son. I believed my son. I knew in my heart that he went in and there. He died then. And I believed that my mother, his mother's mother, that they reached for him. And all of our relatives reached for him. You know, I can be a funny guy sometimes. I can be a funny guy sometimes. I like to crack jokes. Have fun. I'm going to miss cracking jokes with my boy. I'm going to miss calling him to find out what's the best. Who's rocking in the music. Who's the best MC right now. Or who's doing the best sound of music that he is. I'm going to miss doing that. I'm going to miss listening to him tell me, Dad, you have to get on my mind now. I'm missing telling me that. Like that, this is how you, this is his older brother Andre and Amir, how they told me that this is the type of style that you need to do with us. So I will practice with them. Oh yeah. So every time that I hear a song, I go like just like that was fun. I would miss being able to do that with my son. My goodness. My goodness. Dear God. Amir was not taken from the streets. He wasn't taken in the streets from black on black crime. And we say too much of that. So I'm asking the people of color, black, brown, Asian, that we stand together. That we stand together. 22 days of peace. I want y'all to start with 22 days of peace. We have to start somewhere where y'all don't hurt each other in your own communities. And that we stand together against what's taking place in our community. With no knock warrants. With officers, I'm gonna make this clear, because we're not police badges. We don't do that. We got too many family members. We got no police badges. We don't do that. But what we will do, there's great officers right now. There's great officers here. But y'all got the bad seeds. They have the bad seeds. Those bad seeds are the ones that don't need to be in our communities. They should do a psychological background check on some of the officers to find out before they police the community if they have a problem with black people or brown people. If they can you stand being around them? Are you done being in the community? The background check. Do a background check on that. How to take a test like they do us with the SAT, which is an unfair test. I do apologize. It should be a questionnaire on there starting off with, do you hate black people? Do you hate Native Americans? Do you hate Asian people? Do you hate Mexicans? Do you hate Arab people? Do you hate people period? Do you hate humans period? See, a lot of them that do that, they decide to take the law into their own hand. I believe they hate themselves. So I believe that they hate themselves. We have family the same way. We want to go safe. We want to be able to eat dinner. this kid with witnesses. Amir is not well, we're not tired of you. We're not ever get tired of you. Because he was David. I'm going to tell you guys again, so I'll repeat a lot, because sometimes, and I've said this before, you have to be slow to speak and fast to listen. The chief said some things, I think it was a suspect. When you put the narrative up, I think it was like he was I'm not one of those kind of parents that, oh no, that's not my fault. That's something we need to do. That's not my fault. You know, you're getting out there to do everything and terrorize the community. That's not the type of thing. We believe that if you got ground control, we believe you're right at home. Bottom line. What I can tell you is, we did everything. He listened to me. He listened to his mother. This is not a conversation. Don't ever get in trouble with me. Don't ever get in trouble with the law. Make sure that you keep your record clean. Make sure that you do these things so that you can legally have a license to carry a gun, so that you're able to protect yourself. Do these things also so that you're able to have equal housing opportunity to buy a home. You have to do these things so that you're able to build your credit up. What is credit? Something that, but anyhow, so that you can build your credit up, so that you're able to live like a human being. There's so much to say. There's so little time. We can stay out here all day. I talk too much. I talk your ear off. We can conversate all day. Because I have a lot to say about my son. So when you do say something, just tell the truth. Okay? That's all. That's all we ask. Just tell the truth. I want you guys to remember. And I want you all to do me a favor. Can everybody out here do me a favor? Can you close your eyes? I want y'all to close your eyes. And tell me what can you picture when you see that footage? Close your eyes and tell me what you can see. What can you see? Can you see what happened? That image doesn't leave, does it? that image doesn't leave, does it? Does it? No! Does it? No! That image doesn't leave. That's how we feel. I just want y'all to see what we feel. Amir didn't have a criminal history. Amir was a good kid. Amir believed in working hard, whatever he decided. Amir believed in respect. And most of all, Amir was responsible. He was responsible. He didn't deserve to have his life taken the way that it was. Why couldn't my son bury me? Why couldn't my son live to see his 40th birthday? Why couldn't my son appear? Why couldn't my son appear? Hold his mother and tell her that he loved her for the last time. Thank you all for being here to hear the truth. Thank you all for being here to feel what we feel. When our family, and there's so many of us, I'm telling you this, we're all over the country. Tell them. When our family here, there's one about 200-300 of us here, something like that. When our family, I told them, I was trying to prepare them for when they saw the tape, when they saw the footage. I was trying to prepare them. I told them, if you could have heard how that room erupted with pain, yelling, stumping, falling out like they was having the Holy Ghost. In that room. It hurt us to the core. I'm absolutely thankful for everyone that set the protest the rally. I do apologize. I truly appreciate it. I appreciate my family. We all appreciate it. And it goes without saying how much we truly love the world. We just ask that you all love him the same way that we do. Love him how we do. Stop prejudging. Stop prejudging. Stop prejudging young men and color. Stop doing it. I didn't want to come down here and make this about black people. I got something that, hey, everybody in America got white You know what? Sometimes you need to laugh. It feels good to laugh, don't it? That's right, not a fingerprint in the system. It feels good to laugh. It feels good to laugh. We need that. I don't even drink. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do anything. I don't do any of those things. Never have. But I need a drink. I'm not gonna lie to you. I need something to ease this pain. So, you know, I heard this, I didn't understand it, but I saw it. I prayed and others.
Amir Locke! Amir Locke!
Just to be able to see the pain. To have to experience that as a father. I don't know what it feels like to be vulnerable. I didn't know that feeling. I feel vulnerable. I don't feel soft. It's like feel taken advantage of. And this was what gives you the capacity to think what you want. Who told you what the truth is? Energy and action. What made you even believe? I'm not trying to preach, I'm just trying to tell you. Just trying to tell you guys what you Minneapolis. Let's see. 22 days of peace. 22 days of peace in our communities. We have to start somewhere. 22 days of peace. I love everybody for stepping up to be out here. Thank you for everyone that believes in truth and the truth needs that support. Thank you.
I want everybody to give Amir's family a warm welcome for speaking Jesse. And to the PD, I'm talking about every police department. I'm talking to you specifically. I need for you to extend the same amount of grace that you are able to extend when a young man shoots over in Roseville, Minneapolis, 4 days before Amir, and you were able to escort him and put him in custody after he shot at you. I need for you to have extended that same grace to my nephew. I need justice because of the fact that this was a warrant for property. It was for property. And you feared when you went in there. And even if you was in fear, the fact he was executed, as my sister said, he was. And the reason he was, because it wasn't one shot, it wasn't 2 shots, but it was 3 shots that entered his body that we know of. Wait until the rest of the story is told. Because we've only seen one camera from the body of our police officers. Where are the rest of the cameras that we haven't seen that have been recorded? We want all the footage. We want all the footage. And to you politicians, you should be outraged. You should be outraged. And you, not us, not your people out here, should say enough is enough. It is now. It is. No more black blood. No more on the streets. No more at the hands of police. You have to do something about this. Because if you don't do something about this, God will. Trust me.
No justice!
No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
All right. I need everybody to take 4 giant steps back, especially the press. I understand that you need your shot, but you need to get out of the way, please. Thank you. Everybody take a big 4 steps back. Big 4 steps. All right. We are going to start marching. Before we start marching, I have a couple of reminders. First of all, the cops are not supposed to kill guilty people either. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he did. The cops take white supremacists and shoot at them all the time. There is no amount of guilt that means that the police get to decide that you're guilty. You deserve to have your time in a court of law to defend yourself. It doesn't matter what that young man did. He deserves to live to defend himself.
We go to the precinct, the family just wants to say one more time that we are so grateful and we are so thankful for the solidarity that is exhibited here on this day. They asked for the 22 days for Amir, and we just really want you to love on each other in the way that we cannot love on him right now. You know, we said this yesterday, but the reality is with these no-knock warrants, they are systemically unleashed in black neighborhoods and black communities from state to state. Okay, so when we look at these no-knock warrants, they're not doing these exercises in the suburbs. There are crimes in the suburbs. They don't no-knock their way into those houses, and all we're saying is, please don't do that in our house. Okay, there could have been a baby on that couch. And so what we're asking you is to slow down and realize that we are human. We are not 3/5 human. We have rights. We have the First Amendment, we have the Second Amendment, and it is okay for black people to have concealed and carry permits. opportunity and the same grace. And so we ask you throughout these 22 days to please pray for the souls of the people in these uniforms. We ask you to pray for their souls because you are not to be thugs with badges. The most hurtful thing about this whole thing was the fact that my aunt and my uncle had to fight against stereotypes. So I have a request for the media. Don't ask them who Amir is, who he was. Let me ask you a question. Who were you at 22?
Yes.
Who was your daughter at 22? Who was your son at 22? What you did was you robbed them of the ability to become who you are today. So when we talk about hashtag 22 or justice for Amir Locke, who were you at 22? What was your dream? You have robbed a mother who carried a baby for 9 months. He was still working. It's a dream. He's still plucking away. And he was executed. He was executed. So we have to remove the bias. We have to ask the Minneapolis Police Department, when you lay out the facts, don't be strategic. Let's not play the racist game that we played when Emmett Till was killed. Okay? Come on now. Let's do something new. Let's give the facts as they are. Or you say, you know what, we don't have all the details yet, but you know what details you did have? You knew that Amir Locke was not on that warrant and you didn't put that information out there. So you have a father in pain. Are not getting the time on TV. It's because of that cognitive dissonance. It's because same disease. I don't need to humanize my child for you. You don't need to humanize your child for me. Who are you at 22? Who will your child be at 25? Who were you at 35? Who did you become at 40? He didn't get the chance. No justice?
No peace!
No justice?
No peace!
Peace in the streets for 22 days and hopefully more. God bless you. And we thank you.
The family needs to get out before we go, so please, as they're moving through, create space for them to leave. Everybody please make space for the family to leave. Thank you.
We got your back!
We got your back!
We got your back!
We got your back!
Say his name!
Amir Locke!
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 Great. We're gonna start moving. So to come up here, everybody needs to stay behind the banner when we march. Where do you need to be while we're marching in the street?
Behind the banner.
Where do you need to be when we're marching in the street?
Behind the banner.
Where do you need to be when you're marching in the street?
Behind the banner.
Does that include the press? Does that include the press?
Yes.
Does that include the press?
Yes.
Thank you. Everybody stay behind the banner. That is how we can keep everybody safe and from getting hit by traffic. All right, we're going to start moving. Thank you.
I don't know. No good cops. No good cops.
No good cops in the racist system.
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 No good cops in the racist system. Amir Locke. 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 Amir Locke.
If a man don't kill it,
Shut it down.
if a man don't kill it,
Shut it down.
if a man don't kill it,
Shut it down.
if a man don't kill it,
Shut it down.
if a man don't kill it,
Shut it down.
if a man don't kill it,
Shut it down.
if a man don't kill it,
Shut it down.
if a man don't kill it,
Shut it down.
if a man don't kill it,
Shut it down.
if a man don't kill it,
Shut it down.
you can't stop the revolution.
Can't stop the revolution.
You 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 can't kill 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 the revolution.
We don't get our liberation. We don't get our reparation. We don't get our reparation. When I say revolution, just like ain't nothing but revolution. 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 You can't stop the 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 revolution.
This is what community looks like. 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 Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
If we don't get it,
burn it down.
if we don't get it,
Burn it down.
Black lives, they matter here.
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 Indigenous lives, they matter here.
Indigenous lives, they matter here.
Native 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 lives, they matter here.
Queer lives, they matter here.
Lives, they matter here.
Queer lives, they matter here.
Queer lives, they matter here.
Trans 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 lives, they matter here.
Say his name.
Amir Locke.
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 Okay, it's also about solidarity, right? So do this one with me too. Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Say his name.
Amir Locke.
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 Get it in the street. Get it in the street.
Get it in the street. Get it in the street.
Get it in the street. Get it in the street.
Get it in the street. Get it in the street.
Get it in the street. Get it in the street.
Get it in the street.
Get it in the street. Get it in the street.
Get it in the street. Get it in the street.
If you don't want no justice, take your bitch ass home.
Take your bitch ass home.
Said if you don't want no justice, take your bitch ass home.
You don't want no justice, take your bitch ass home.
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 Take your bitch, take your bitch, take your bitch ass home.
Take your bitch, take your bitch, take your bitch ass home.
Take your bitch, take your bitch, take your bitch ass home.
Take your bitch, take your bitch, take your bitch ass home.
Get it in the street. Get it in the street.
Get it in the street, get it in the street.
Get it in the street. Get it in the street.
Get it in the street, get it in the street.
Y'all got y'all boots on the ground. We got our boots on the ground. Y'all got y'all boots on the ground.
We got our boots on the ground.
Y'all got y'all boots on the ground.
We got our boots on the ground.
Y'all got y'all boots on the ground.
We got our boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. Boots on the damn ground. Boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. And that's on that. Now boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. And that's on that. Now boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. Shut this shit down, down, boots, boots. We're here, we're here. Say his name. 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 What's his name? Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Kobe Heisler. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Paul Castaway. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Marcus Golden. Say his name. 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 Isaac Aiden. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. R.E. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Mark, Mark. Say his name.
Say bitch asshole! Get it in the streets, get it in the streets! If you don't want no justice, take your bitch asshole! You don't want no justice, take your bitch asshole! Take your bitch asshole! Take your bitch asshole! Take your bitch, take your bitch, take your bitch asshole! Now get it in the streets, get it in the streets!
Get it in the street, get it in the street.
If you don't want no justice, take your bitch asshole!
You don't want no justice, take your bitch asshole.
Take your bitch asshole!
Take your bitch asshole.
Take your bitch asshole!
Take your bitch asshole.
Take your bitch, take your bitch, take your bitch asshole!
Take your bitch, take your bitch, take your bitch asshole.
You can't stop the revolution!
You can't stop the revolution.
You can't stop the revolution!
You can't stop the revolution.
We gon' get our liberation!
We gon' get our liberation.
We gon' get our liberation!
We gon' get our liberation.
We gon' get our reparation!
We gon' get our liberation.
We gon' get our reparation!
We gon' get our liberation.
You can't jail the revolution!
You can't tell the revolution.
You can't jail the revolution!
You can't tell the revolution.
You can't jail the revolution!
You can't tell the revolution.
Say his name!
Amir Locke.
What's his name?
Amir Locke.
Who they murder?
Amir Locke.
What's his name?
Amir Locke.
Say his name!
Amir Locke.
Justice for!
Amir Locke.
What's his name?
Amir Locke.
Say his name!
Amir Locke.
What's his name?
Amir Locke.
Louder!
Amir Locke.
Justice for!
Amir Locke.
What's his name?
Amir Locke.
I'm gonna say a name, and you guys repeat. You got blood on your hands. MPD. Tim Waltz. Jacob Fry. Minnesota. The United States of America. Donald Trump. Joe Biden. What's his name? 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 Show me what community looks like. Show me what unity looks like. Show me what community looks like. Show me what unity looks like. Show me what community looks like. Show me what unity looks like.
Indict, convict, send those killer cops to jail. The whole damn system is guilty as hell. Indict, convict, send those killer cops to jail. The whole damn system is guilty as hell. The whole damn system is guilty as hell. No justice. 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 Say his name. 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 Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. All right, we need everybody to fill the street over here. So move the crowd up this way. Fill up the street. Yep, banner stay right there. Everybody get behind the banner. Thank you. I just want to again remind everybody why we're here. We are here for Amir because he is the latest person that Minneapolis police have stolen from us. But we're also here for the hundreds of other people that MPD has killed. Hundreds of families without their children, their fathers, their cousins, and their brothers. Hundreds.
That ain't right.
They killed Mark in cold blood. They killed deserves to die on the ground without their family, alone, surrounded by cops. That's wrong. It doesn't matter what they did. It does not matter. The police are never justified in taking someone's life.
That's right.
Do we pay the police to kill people?
No.
Is my tax money for murdering my neighbors?
No.
Fuck that shit.
I want everybody to remember, cops are not your friends, and we know this. We know this. People that are out here protesting know this. We have faced down the cops countless times. All of us. I've seen so many of you out here. Half of us probably got arrested on November 4th. Y'all remember November 4th, right? You remember getting kettled on that highway for 5.5 fucking hours. That is not what I pay anybody in this city to do. My tax money, I pay for those streets. You pay for these streets. They are our fucking streets. Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
And I'm up here because I believe that it's time for us to have control over all of these institutions that govern our lives. If we don't have a hand in it, I don't want it.
Say that.
The police are supposed to work for us, and we don't want them anymore.
That's right.
We don't want racist white men from other counties coming in here and killing us. Mayor Fry needs to resign. These are his pigs. Whose pigs are these? Whose pigs are these? Whose pigs are these? Frey needs to resign, and the chief of police, the interim chief of police needs to resign too. All of you were guilty. Every single last one of you. So I want to welcome our first speaker, Angel, who's going to speak on behalf of TCC for J. We thank you all for being here, so give it up for Angel.
And first of all, we're going to move people, right?
We're going to move the sound truck up. I'm sorry, everybody. We just want everybody to be able to be up here. Say his name! Say his name! Say his name! Say his name! What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Say his name! Say his name! Say his name! Say his name!
My name is Angel, and I'm here to be Polish and Justice for Jamal. First, I want to just say, I send my condolences to the family of Amir, and also to all children known. So that's just off the bat, right there. Second thing is, if we had what we're trying to fight for, officially Polish and Justice for Jamal, is CPAC, and it is called. What it is the Civil Police Accountability Council. Has that been in place, this officer would not be running around here. He would be done. And he would be indicted and convicted because the community control of the police would be investigating his ass and taking his ass straight to jail. So if you are a Minneapolis resident and a registered voter, see one of my TC for J persons and sign the petition to get that on the ballot for 2022, okay? That's right. Okay, that's all I want. That's all I want you to do. Because we need community control of the police. And that's what we're working on. And if you don't want to sign right now, you just want to know more about shit, hit up TC for J on our page. You can come see us, we tell you all about it and what we're doing. That's all I wanted to say. And the next thing I want to say is, justice for? Amir Locke. Justice for who? 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 Amir Locke. And one more thing I forgot to mention is that families, serving families against police brutality, they're having a ball at 400 Robertson in St. Paul.
at 6:30 and to share with the community to be there to support the families. All right? Justice for all stolen lives. That's right.
Sorry about that. Next up, we have Jaylani from CARE Minnesota. CARE Minnesota organized a big car caravan yesterday, which is part of why our event is so big today. So we want to thank everybody for coming out, but especially CARE for helping us publicize this event. So I want to welcome Jaylani up to the mic.
All right, everybody. First of all, I know microphone can't reach everybody, but I want to first of all just say, greet you all with a greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace and blessings be upon you all today. I want to just say this because it's important to say that all of you did the most important thing you could do today. You being here today. You showed up here today. You showed up here today. You could have done a lot of things, but you showed up for Amir's family. You showed up for each other. You showed up for our city. And there's a lot of people at home today that didn't show up. There's a lot of people at home that have not showed up. There's a lot of things I could say today, but I want to just remind you one thing. When George Floyd was killed in 9 minutes, many of us moved in ways we'd never moved before. Many of us felt pain in ways we've never imagined before. Some of us cried while even walking, while talking, because we could not make sense of how somebody could be killed in that manner for 9 minutes long. Amir was killed in 9 seconds, but actually he was killed in 2 seconds. It doesn't matter how long, it doesn't matter how short. It doesn't matter. What matters is that it's the same police department. It's the same officers who engaged in a lawful other black man who was out defending his property and his home that they were hunting for him. Jaleel Steele, his case. We now learn that the officers who were involved in this case were the same officers who were saw on a camera saying, "We're going hunting today." I want you to put that in perspective. When we say we need change, we're not talking about lip service. I want you to know today, after George Floyd was killed and the entire country, the entire world saw the brutality that echoed from the streets of Minneapolis on 38th in Chicago, the state of Minnesota has done nothing to hold police accountable. The city of Minneapolis has done nothing to hold police accountable. And this past year's election, many of you voted back in people who said that they promised to bring change. Where are they now? Where are they now? When last year in January, just about the same time right now, many of our groups put together policies to at least hold them accountable. One of those policies was to limit no-knock warrants. And the story about that is that it was Democrats that watered it down and made it almost the same policy that already existed. Warren Limmer, who is the Republican senator who refused to even have one hearing about police accountability, one hearing, is still here in Minnesota right now. He does not believe the existence and the humanity of black people. So I'm telling you right now, we could have saved Amir last year, but we did not. Governor Walz, Melissa Hortman, and Senator Gazelka, I think now it's Senator Miller, who's the Senate Majority Leader. It is time for you guys to realize we have to put pressure on these politicians until we get change. Until we get change. Until we get change. Because I'm telling you, Amir's time is over, but there's a clock that started for one of us. The clock started for one of us. It's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. unless we do something about it. The state session just started. We need to take over that Capitol. We need to show up every single day. This is one of the worst states to be black in this country. The worst in education, the worst in economics, the worst in almost every aspect of life. If you care about black lives, we need you to show up. We need you to show up everywhere, on the streets, in the Capitol, and in the damn City Hall behind us. It is easy to feel the pain, but that pain has to be channeled in ways that move you differently. That move you differently. We can no longer be silent. Many of you came here today alone. Don't come back here alone. Bring some people with you. Many of you have friends today that said, yes, I heard about Amir. What are you doing about it? America, Minnesota, wake up. If you think it's not you, it's coming to somebody you know you. It's time for every single one of us to realize that doing what is right is the only thing that we can do. And doing what is right means we stand up for each other. We stand up for each other's humanity. We have to do that. Protesting is part of the process. It ain't the only thing we got to do. You got to call people. You got to show up to their houses. You got to show up in front of their lawns. You got to show up in front of wherever they are, at the grocery store. If they put themselves in a position of power, then the people have to check that damn power. Amir Locke should be alive with us right now. But he is not, because our own tax dollars paid for his execution. If you live in Minneapolis, if you buy something from Minneapolis, you paid the taxes that killed Amir Locke. Take that and let it sink. We paid for the killing of Amir Locke. We do not want to pay for the killing of more black people in this city and in this state. We cannot allow that to happen. And so we got to stand up. So here's what we need to do. We need this officer not only fired, but he needs to be charged. Expeditiously. 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 And that police chief, the intern, take the intern out and send her home. 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 And for the other police officers who were involved in that, they also need to be fired. They need to be fired as well. If they were involved in the hunting of Jaleel Steele, they should have never been back on the force. So we need to do something about that. So here's what I'm asking all of you to do. This week is the first week, y'all. Many of us have been coming back to these protests when there's like 50 people, 100 people, 25 people. You got to show up. You got to show up.